Hi guys, how's this lighting here? How are we doing? Happy Friday. Happy full moon. Okay, so welcome as per usual. Let me know how you've been, where you're from, how things are going, what's happening. Okay, so listen to what's going on with me. I thought this new moon, this full moon was like, oh, it's like super chilled. Like I didn't really feel much in the past few days and whatnot. And then I think because it's Friday, literally like an hour and a half before I had to hop on live, they were like, I literally had to lie down for like a good half an hour, and then sit in my pyramid. And I was like, guys, what is it like? Am I integrating? Are you sending me stuff? They're like, no, it's the moon. So I was like, oh, okay. So it's very strange because I generally tend to feel it before, but this one I literally felt today. Hello, Flower Lioness. Thank you so much for the beautiful super chat. Really greatly appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, so let me know how you guys are. I'm well, as I mentioned. I just had this kind of like, little sort of like encounter with a bit of lethargic energy, but things are good. I'm gonna actually pull one. I want to pull one of these cards. They're quite cool cards. Let's see if anything comes up. I don't have anything in specific that I'm going to speak about today. I could pull my psych. Do you guys want me to pull some cards? I don't really pull cards ever on lives. Do you want me to? If you want me to, let me know in the comments, and I'll pull from my psychic tarot deck. Hello. Okay, emotional. Haven't slept for 3 nights. I've been sleeping very well. Ciao from Milano. Ciao, Paolo. Thank you for being here. Okay, hi. Yes, pull cards. You guys want me to pull cards? Okay, someone else had to take a nap. Okay, I'm only gonna pull like one or two. Hey, I'm not doing anything too dramatic. Whew, okay, we've had literally this full out 13 transformation Aries in your 22 major arcans. It would be the card of death and rebirth. So there you go, guys. Transformation, Phoenix rising from the ashes, rebirthing, releasing, letting go, and coming out anew. Okay, hello from Florida. Welcome. Hello from Portland, Oregon. Welcome. Okay, let's see what else comes up. Okay, emotional loss. So again, this carries on from what I was saying the other week. Letting go of people that don't serve you. This isn't necessarily people, even though you do see a person here. This could also be nostalgic things coming back into your awareness from the past. But really working on that, letting go of that emotional non-attachment, on that releasing, and on your life paving into what you demanded and requested it to become, as you let go of what doesn't serve you anymore. But sometimes it can come with heartache and grief. I'm going to pull a last one just because I do work in threes. And then we're going to get down to business. Hello from California. Thank you for being here. Sinuses, new timelines, abandonment issues. Yes, for sure. Okay. Suffering in silence, guys. Ask for help. If you feel like you need help, it's okay to ask. Don't suffer in silence. You don't have to do this alone. We have a beautiful community here. You can reach out. I mean, you can also reach out to me. I don't really answer everyone that reaches out to me, but where I can and where I get called to, I do answer. And if you email me, it will be me that replies to the email. No one uses my email. No one handles my email. No one handles my Instagram. I just kind of miss the messages on Instagram because there are so many. So there you go, guys. Transformation, emotional loss, letting go of what doesn't serve you, and learn to ask for help. So hopefully that resonates and is aligned. If you guys like this kind of routine, I'm going to pull cards again on the next live. Okay, I'll pull from the deck of light and we'll see what comes out from that one. I'll pull from that one as well. We'll see what comes up from this one. And I've got my angel. I've got about 10 decks, guys, that I can pull from. This is a very beautiful deck. It's called The Secret Language. Lights should be back now. Yeah, it's just a little bit more atmosphere like this. I do have a candle. Okay, let me turn the other light on. This is South Africa, which means that every now and then the power gets cut for a few hours, but fortunately we have a generator. So let me just turn the other light on and see. There you go. Yeah, that's better. So anyway, this is a beautiful deck called The Secret Language of Light. So let's see what comes up from this deck here. Love that deck. Amazing. Okay, I see you guys like me doing the cards. I'm going to speak about portals. Yeah. I know it's a big thing because I posted the reel today, so a lot of people have been on my case. I was going to post, I mean, it's a little bit limiting to explain how to close a portal in a reel. Plus, you should only meddle with portals if you know what you're doing. I think if not, call someone in or ask me or ask someone like a professional. I wouldn't really be meddling with portals if I don't. That's why I didn't really say much. But of course, I had someone comment saying that I'm spreading fear and negativity, and I was just like, oh my god, eye roll. Is there nothing that I can say where just like can I just not have a troll me once? Anyway, let's see what comes up here. Oh, there you go. Nothing has gone wrong. All in divine alignment. I'm going to actually read it because I haven't used this deck much, so I don't really know all the cards. We've got a number 7. And nothing has gone wrong. Let's see what it says. A change came out of the blue in the last few days. It felt like the body and mind moved through a crack in reality as your life altered course suddenly, timeline hopping and releasing. Deep within, you have been craving change, and the situations bring new and different experiences to your life. You may be feeling a little lightheaded and dazzled by the brilliance of this expanded version of you, but you are doing so well. It is now time to catch your breath and settle into your new outlook. This is an opportunity to look at your thoughts, ideas, and your reactions to your potential success. As you become aware and implement change, you can rise above the limits people or situations have placed on you. This card depicts the trigram of the I Ching, the Book of Changes, with a yin and yang symbol. This is a reminder that everything changes. The only constant is change, guys. I always say it. Nothing can exist in our physical plane without its opposite, and neither is superior to the other. You can't stop anything that has manifested, but it can serve as an inspiration to create new paths aligned with your soul truth. There you go. That's quite nice, eh? What do you guys think? Okay, I'm gonna start with. I'm gonna have a look at questions. Okay, so yeah, let me know where you've been, how you've been, where you're from. And I'm going to see what I can answer for you guys. Strong energy with full moon. Yes. Okay, dreams. How's the astral space been for you guys? I've been sleeping quite well. I've actually been sleeping. I'm so pale. I should put a little bit of blush on. I've actually been sleeping more and more intensely. Like I'm having very deep sleep in the past 3 or 4 days with the full moon. But I have had people contact me telling me that I was in their astral space. So I'm obviously still astrally quite active, but I was mainly sleeping. Okay, hello from Texas. Hello from California. Hi, I'm anxious to have contributed to my teenager's ongoing reclusiveness and anxiety in the past. What can I do for him to help him? And is this just part of his journey? Okay. Thank you, PP, for that super chat. I'm going to tune in and see. Is it a boy? Okay. So what they're saying to me is that you chose this soul and this soul chose you, your kid, teenager. And whatever lesson she is going through, you're a part of it, but I wouldn't say that you've contributed to anything negative. You definitely, obviously, you're the parent, so you definitely assist in shaping their reality and in shaping, their character. But I'm not picking up I'm not picking up if you've done any damage. If that's what you want to know. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't feel like you've done any damage. It doesn't. Yeah, it feels like obviously it's karmic and it's contractual because you chose to be in each other's lives. Tell me if it's a boy or a girl. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, well, tell me when you write in the because I can't see now. Kieran, you were in my astral space last week. Yeah, getting attacked. How are you guys doing on psychic attacks? Scary astral. Okay, thank you, thank you. Okay, hello from Sweden. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Hello from Canada, Germany. Astral space is weird. Okay. Um, a lot of energy. Yeah, I've also been quite energetic in the past few days. It's a boy. Yeah, I thought so. It was a boy because I did pick up a boy. Thank you, PP. Pleasure. Can I explain what causes depression? So, I mean, there's a lot of different reasons depression can come in, but it's energetic imbalance. Everything that happens on a physical level, any of these kind of like, okay, guys, just I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist. Everything that I say is from what I've channeled. It's my opinion. You're entitled to agree or disagree. It's not the holy grail of the source of knowledge. So please take it with a grain of salt. If it resonates, great, amazing. If it doesn't, that's also okay. But from what I've channeled, from what I've seen, and from what I know, every single mental illness derives from an energetic imbalance. So when there's things like depression, it's either intrusive thoughts, attachments, entities, things in your field that shouldn't be there, programming, implants. It's a whole bunch of these things. Okay. Same goes with schizophrenics. And I've said this already. The definition, the textbook definition of schizophrenic is someone who hears voices but cannot function in society. Okay, I hear voices 24/7, but I am a functioning being in society. So, because of that, I am not considered schizophrenic. If I were running around naked in the middle of the street, I would be considered schizophrenic. So, do you see where I'm coming from here? Okay. Generally, people who struggle with mental illnesses, whether it's bipolar, obviously, then there is the whole aspect of like chemical imbalances in the body and the system, but it all comes from energetic imbalances, whether it's contracts, karmic, as I said, intrusive thoughts, entities, whatever it is. It can be sorted from an energetic perspective. There are some very, very extreme and intense cases where the human goes kind of like beyond the reach of third dimensional density, which means they enter a kind of like delusional time space continuum and they get stuck in a loop and it's very difficult for them to come back. That's why with these certain types of schizophrenics, there's no prognosis because they don't really ever get better. Like they don't actually know how to get better because it's almost like I read this recently in a book as well. I do read kind of like scientific books too, so sometimes some of the information anyway, there comes a point where it's like they start seeing the reality and then they start to imagine the reality they want or the one that they kind of like think they're living in, and then this starts to diverge more and more and more until they are permanently living here. And for them to come back here would be such a big ego death that most of them end up either committing suicide or like it's just they can't come back from it. This is like extreme cases of schizophrenia. But I've seen it. I've seen the entities that are around schizophrenics. Like I've seen it because I've had to deal. Like I actually recently had to release a client because he wasn't like this concept and idea that he had of himself was like delusional. And explained to him like I'm only going to help you if you come to this understanding. And obviously like it wasn't seen, so I ended up actually getting insulted, but I was like I can't help you, like literally there's nothing that I could do anymore for that person, because it's not down to your responsibility, you know what I mean. Okay, hello from California. Thank you for your hard work. Being emotional anxiety from work. Physically, my skin is irritated. I get new acne each day. Okay, have you tried? Okay, it's a little bit difficult for me to speak about that because I don't know your diet or your day-to-day basis. However, avoid glucose spikes, drink lots of water. I mean, definitely stress and anxiety doesn't help with the skin. The skin is the biggest organ in the body. My advice would also be to ground, and to sit in meditation. If you really want your skin to heal, sit in meditation and just imagine light coming into your skin, light assisting your skin, light assisting your body, and it's going to help you and it's going to assist you. But there could be a million, billion, trillion factors that are affecting that. So my advice would be, first of all, the glucose, avoid glucose spikes and insulin resistance. So you can do that by eating first like veggies before you eat sugars. Don't eat sugars alone, don't eat carbs alone. Just check how to self-regulate the glucose spikes, because that's what happened with me. My skin was breaking out and I didn't know what was going on, and then it just ended up my glucose levels were dysregulated. And also glucose causes glycolysis, which is what ages you. So if you kind of like tend to avoid the glucose spikes, you actually are going to age a lot slower. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. Thank you for all the love, guys. It's always beautifully received. Okay. Okay. I can speak a little. Oh, this is what I want to talk about. I'll speak a little bit about portals because of the reel that I posted, and everyone's on my case with portals. So, portals are quite interesting. I would suggest to anyone who thinks they have portals in their house to close them, or to call a professional to help them close them. It can be done remotely, like I do it remotely as a service to close people's portals in their houses. If you're my client already, I'll probably do it for you for free. But if you're not and you want me to close a portal, then I will have to charge you something. But it doesn't. It really doesn't take me long. It takes me like 2 seconds to close a portal, like a few minutes, because I've been doing it for so long. But if you don't know what you're doing, it's very difficult. The thing with portals is they access into other dimensions, so you can't just close it. It almost, like, in some aspects it needs to be folded into itself, in some aspects it needs to be like circulated and made small, in some aspects you need to actually put like a thing over it. So it really depends. Okay, on a physical level, if you think there's a portal in your wall in the house or something like that, if you're a Reiki practitioner and you know how to use it, use the Reiki symbols. The Reiki symbols, especially the chokure, those will definitely assist with intention. Okay, so that's one thing. You can sage and smudge and whatnot, but generally that won't be enough if there's a portal. Portals can be, they're tears, kind of like in the multidimensional reality sometimes, and they can be caused by like extreme emotions. So let's say you are in a situation with your partner where you're constantly arguing, shouting, fighting. There's a lot of negativity that can tear and create the open of a portal. Sometimes you go into old ancient houses. Sometimes I find, yeah, this is what they're telling me, when there's kind of like an excess of accumulated energy, sometimes that can create a portal. Sometimes there can be beings that are attached into objects. Sometimes beings themselves come and go from portals. So portals generally tend to amplify what you are already feeling. So this is why I say don't have a portal if you don't know what you're dealing with. I work with portals consistently. Right now there's a small one open. But last year I had an open one. I had to close it for a few months because there was too much going on, coming and going, and they were just not letting me sleep at night. They would wake me up at 3 a.m. Oh, can you please help me? Can you bring this being down? Can you access that being? Can you go in this dimension? Can you clear that? Can you take that soul shard? And I was just like, no, guys, I need to sleep, please. So I actually had to close. Thank you, Tranquility Sounds, for the beautiful super chat. I really greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. So I had to close that portal that was next to my bed. But then I reopened it a few months after, and now it's kind of like a little bit more regulated. There was one in my daughter's room. I had to close that one as well. So my advice is I released a reel on my Instagram today about portals, and I'll speak about it a bit more if you guys want me to, if it's like a subject that interests you. I don't think you should be scared. Don't be in fear of portals and whatnot, but just know that they amplify what you're already feeling. So if you're sad or scared or unhappy, that's what it's going to bring in. Same way, if you're happy and joyful and whatnot, that's what it's going to bring in. But it's impossible as a human being to be consistently happy and joyful and whatnot. So unless you really have like the emotional control of a sadhu in India, I would strongly advise to not have portals. And if you do, like for me, I have them, but it's almost like I've attuned them to a specific vibrational frequency that nothing below a certain frequency can access them. So it's almost like I've locked the frequency in a specific way. Same with my altar space, same with my pyramid, same with the portal that I work with. I can't really do that for someone else in their house. Unless I go there physically, then I'll be able to do it. But remotely, no, remotely I'll be able to close it. And also again, guys, like I'm not taking responsibility for portals in your houses. If you come to me for portals, I'll close it. I'm not going to lock it and make it and this and that and that. The only reason I do that for me is because I work with them. Okay. So this is kind of like how I work with portals. Okay. Do I mean, no, it won't bring out anger in you. If you're angry, the portal will amplify the anger that you already have. Okay. Can you command and your space if you can close it? You can try. That could work. White light also, the archangelics call on Michael to assist you, Metatron, do rituals. Like, see, you might be able to close it yourself, but I think you need to be quite clear as to where it is, and I would physically like work in that area. I mean, I'd close it with light language or with yeah, there's tools that you can use, there's crystals, but again, guys, you need to know what you're doing. Like, yes, you can get divinely guided and work intuitively here and there, but this is portals. Like, I wouldn't really mess. Same with mirrors. Mirrors are not necessarily portals all the time, but they can be because they access into other dimensions as well. Same as these things, computers, phones, and all of that. So my advice would be, I mean, if you're shielding yourself properly, not out of fear, just out of love, and you're placing gridding in the house and you're just using proper kind of like tools to do that, then you should be okay. Hi, Em. Thank you for the beautiful super chat. Any rituals for daily shielding home of entities, but also cleanse objects of entities and residual energies? An eternal thank you to you. Thank you. Very good question. So there's a very good meditation on Steve Nobel's channel that works on uplifting the structure. I don't know if you guys know him. I'm going to write his name here. He's got really, really great space clearing. I think the thing is called Uplift Structure. If someone can find it and link it here, that would be great, or something like that. And that works really, really, really well. But generally, okay, you can call in the four archangelics on the four corners. So call in light from north, east, south, and west. Metatron from above, Sandalphon to seal the grid from below. Sage, you can place crystals around the house as well. Rose quartz, clear quartz work very, very well. You can place also Himalayan pink salt around the perimeter of the house. That also works with keeping you gridded and protected. But really, if you wake up every morning, you sit in meditation for a few minutes and you just imagine the house in a bubble of light, the car in a bubble of light, you, your family members in a bubble of light, that's probably more than enough. As I said, like most of you guys aren't working on people consistently, so the level of shielding that you need to do is not the level that me or an energy worker would need to do on their space, okay? Okay. You're welcome, guys. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to try to see if I've got my House of the Dragon. Oh, tonight is coming out. I love all my fantasies. I don't know if you guys watch The Wheel of Time. I think it's on, I don't know if it's on Amazon or it's online anyway. Tonight, I think it's the second or third season is coming out. And I made a note to my diary, so I'm very excited. Oh, but it's not in America. Oh, so it's going to be tomorrow for me. Yeah, I think it's going to be tomorrow. Anyway, so that's coming out. Oh, Prime Video. There you go. There you go. It's on Prime Video. Yeah, I don't know. I just stream it. But I'm very excited. Okay, weekly shielding. Yeah, purpose. My forgiveness video, so healing, amazing. So glad to hear that. Okay, I'm going to pull through a bit of code, see what is needed at this moment in time. Aishatkurra triakieto tono ishinataka. Taya reokurra triasie kutkat kriya neara ishirukura ishirayataka. Okay, this is going to help with the okay. This is going to activate more powers. It's blueprint work. Opening. Opening, 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 expanding, opening, expanding, 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 expanding. Ratia seratia. Tiat kat kiero kuku kiat kasie sete tra niara tre o kiara tre atieto kona ishera yataka. Tre ateo koriano to siet kasiet nareia tre o koro ishera yatakat krietaka. Kaita kaita krasi ra te koraya siera taka naya te akiaro kukuko shietaka sieta create kiena ta cretro karatre atiesot kotra nriate amo uiare ataka taina iare atie koraya siet korra tre kiataka siet kot katri nare tiet ko aria Ishotoko nianea yashko ratria kiero a reachera trakiet kanaratre tiena tara trea kiesa takret ka ri are oro kraya siera takra Ndiate sakut kat kriate na ya ria rasiera takrane rietara. Okay. So guys, I had this very, very intense work done in my system on Monday. So it had been in process for a while. I'm just going to share it with you guys because I think it can help everyone learn how these things work. So this is what happened with me. Everyone is different. Everyone has different paths, different journeys, different healings. Okay. So about, I think it was, yeah, anyway, some time ago, I started noticing that my system started expanding and the way that I was working started shifting here and there. Anyway, long story short, on Monday, I integrated 7 other operating chakra systems from previous and multidimensional parts of myself. And I don't even know what that actually means on an energetic level. Like, I have no idea how much my system is going to expand, I'm going to be capable of doing in like weeks or months from now. Like, I don't know. Like, this is very, very new territory for everyone, I think. But it was really, really powerful and intense work, and I can feel it when I channel it in my movements. That it's almost like there's more imprinted power in the channel that I have. I don't even know how to explain it. So it's fully integrated, but obviously it takes some time for the system to anchor in. But I'm already feeling the upgrade now, and it's been like 5 days since I had this work done. So yeah, so I just thought I'd share it with you guys, because it's not really, I mean, I know that what happened, so I don't know, with me it's very strange. I think because of my blueprint and my energetic imprinting, um my chakra system was taken out before I got pregnant. I had a different system put in to be able to navigate the soul of my child into this reality, because she needed me to have a different system. And then that system was taken out about a year after. I had assistance from a colleague, and my individual original blueprint chakra system was put back in. And that's where I had like a big, big opening in my system. And then about a month or 2 ago, I started noticing this expansion, and I was running through these systems that were actually like surrounded me, right? And they were slowly coming in. And then on Monday, I did this work with another colleague where there were 7 of them. I didn't know there were so many. I thought there was like 1 or 2, but there were actually 7 of them. I think like the 7 chakras. I don't know. Like, I'm gonna go into it more and ask and see. And then those kind of like we did this, and I basically had to clear. I had to clear something here, so to make space and open to reintegrate the soul fragments. And as I reintegrated the soul fragments, all the systems came in and anchored and embodied within me. And it was just, yeah, it was actually insane. It was actually quite insane. What does it feel like having it taken out and put back in? See, I didn't know. I didn't know that was happening. I only found that out after, when I realized I wasn't running on my system, because some things were like, I just felt like things weren't flowing in some aspects and areas. And then when I had mine put back in, I think it took 1 or 2 days where I just rested and integrated, and then I was fine. Thank you, RVA Bad Mum, for the beautiful super chat. Really greatly appreciate it. Thank you so, so much. Uh, Shana takurua tria shirai sira takra. Sorry, guys. Um, mm, mm. Okay. That sounds very interesting. Yeah. How long did it take? The integration was quite quick. The whole process took about an hour and a half. So it took a little bit, but I was actually fine after. Sometimes I also obviously get tired and whatnot when I get work done on me, but this was actually very chilled. Like I slept well and everything else. um but yeah, it's just interesting because obviously for me, I have awareness, but for sure, there's so many other things that happen in my system and in your systems and whatnot that we don't know. And I think that's where the trust comes in. That's where trusting that you're like. So I had a client, I can't remember who this was, but I had a client, I think it was this week, that she came to me for an Akashic clearing session. And she said that every time she was moving forward, she felt like she was taking a step backwards because her health was, she was getting like little health blockages. And I went, and already when she said, I was like, okay. And then I said, when I went in, and I did the work for her, I said to her, actually, you're really moving forward. The reason you're getting these small health blockages is because your system is processing, it's clearing, it's releasing. You're moving forward. So you're clearing the karmic cycles and you're clearing the karma on a physical level. So it's not blockages, they're like assisting and healing you. So I think a lot comes down also to perception and how you see things. Okay, so also experience a massive shift. Amazing. How heavy those kind of things are to your body and mind. So if someone, okay, so they can be a little bit taxing, but because I navigate in this on a daily basis, for me it's fine. If it would have happened to one of you guys, you would have probably maybe like been in bed for like a week or two. Not everyone, obviously. If you're an energy worker and whatnot, then you'll be fine. But um, you integrate and you are able to integrate and to receive what your system is capable of. So the more you raise vibration, the more you heal, more not, the more you'll be able to integrate and upgrade quickly. Okay. How can I allow abundance and not let current situations and past lack situations create instability? How can I keep money? Okay. So, first of all, the mindset of wanting to keep money is in itself coming from a space of lack, because it's almost like, oh, you want to hoard, you want to keep it because you don't have enough. Instead, you need to start seeing it as a flow. Okay. It's almost like, again, like a wheel. When you are spending money, you are giving abundance. Okay. So you're giving abundance. So that's how you need to see it. Not like, oh, I'm spending money, it's coming away from me, it's lack. No, I'm spreading abundance, and then it will come back to you threefold. Okay. Obviously, be mindful and aware, but it just comes down to an understanding that money is an energy like anything else, and it can be used to your advantage. So listen, I mean, I was 3.5 years ago, I was broke, in debt, pregnant, in an abusive relationship. He'd almost killed me. I didn't have a job, I didn't have a house. I had to go back live with my parents. Like, I was like at really like the bottom, like it was just, I was just, okay, well, and I had a child that was coming um out of all this abuse and whatnot. And even there, I still trusted. So that, I think, is what then changed everything, because I trusted that it was all in divine alignment, and I trusted the process, and I trusted the plan, and I stopped opposing it. I stopped trying to block it. I stopped trying, and I just surrendered, and then things just started aligning. By that, I don't mean don't do nothing. I mean, it's like the 2 reels I posted on my Instagram. Go check them out. How to take aligned action. Okay. So following your heart, following your intuition, following that creative part of you. Okay. And I think when we get attached to financial stability, when we get attached to money in general, it comes from a space of need, which comes from a space of lack. So real abundance is having everything you need when you need it. You're hungry, you've got food. You're tired, you've got a bed to sleep in. You need to go somewhere, you've got a car. Or do you know what I mean? Or you've got legs that you can walk and you can get there. You know what I mean? Even that is abundance. So starting to work with that and then working with gratitude, I find that gratitude puts you in a state of abundance. So waking up every morning, sitting in gratitude for a few minutes, and that will attract, if you're grateful for everything that you have, you're going to attract more of what it is that you desire. Okay. So I hope that helps. How do you do when all the karma is permanently cleared? Um, so that's not going to happen in your human lifetime. And the reason I say that is because when you fully clear karma, you get, for us, for the new souls who are coming here with clear karma, it's a different story. But for us who are doing the work now, when your physical vessel couldn't be able to withstand complete soul fragment retrieval. So you're going to heal and you can heal and heal and heal. But then I think, yeah, eventually, if you want to get to that point, you're just going to do samadhi, which is like the Hindus, and just leave the body. So if that is your aim, then great. You know, I mean, I love being here. I'll probably come back. I enjoy being human and living the human life. Um, so yeah. Any advice of bringing light and sound language to a club? It's in its beginning phases, trying your workshop, but it's like going to be for everyone, not just people in the spiritual community. I mean, listen, if someone says to me, come into a club, I'll play techno and you can talk light language over it, I'll be the first one to do it. So if anyone can organize that for me, I'll come and do it when I'm in LA or New York or whenever. Please, because like humanity needs that. Okay. You welcome, guys. Oh, that's a good question. Oh, Fibda. I hope I'm not butchering that. I have an important Altezia. That's not my name, but I'll take it. That's I've never seen that one before. How do you think about the fact that some people just have a transfer of soul in their lives? Yeah, so there's those, what are they called? Like soul swaps or something like that. Some people come in and they leave out, and then other souls come in. That's part of the contract as well. Like the other soul probably had somewhere else to be or somewhere else to do. It's part of their contract together to come in and take the place. And some kids remember it. Like some kids, like I've got a friend who had a soul swap, I think at like 8 or something, and she still remembers coming in. And like even the parents were like, "Why is my kid so weird?" Because she was saying like, "Oh, I'm not from here, you're not my real mom, like I came from up there and whatnot." So I think it's down to everyone's individual experience and contracts. So yeah, I don't really think there's much more I can say with regards to that, because it's not something that I have personally experienced in this lifetime, or if I have, I can't really remember it as of right now. Maybe I'll tune into it further on and see if something else comes through. My friend is working on a shamanic trance label. Yeah, give them my email. They can send me an email. Yes, walk-in souls. That's the word. Yes, guys, that's the word. Walk-ins. Okay, okay. Happy September. Hello, guys. Hi, Meg. Thank you for being here. Yeah. So I think you're already like 40 minutes in. Hey, this one went fast. Could you concussions damage your third eye? No. I wanted to be sure, but no, they can't. No, no. They're saying to me that concussions can help you clear the karma and open your third eye. So there you go. There's your answer for that. Mm. Stuff that you can do to balance your third eye would be any inversions, anything that works with amethyst. I'm going to pull a bit more code through. Yeah, okay. Rata kriasirataka. Taya kieto ko ishenaka riatria siekora tria kieto kuna yatiara ya ishetkora tratrietaka. Ntai nare atiesa tokua kierataka. Tria kieratake okura tria seyate kotokuno ishenayata. Tain maratre akiet kara torokoro isietaka. Triata kiet ra narea creo cook anea teraia ishero kuro atreas. This is also going to assist with embodiment. Kiero kuro triataka. Triata with being present, being grounded, being anchored. Tie kurra trea ishika tokono ishirayataka. Shu shu shu. Ntaria ishe no kuana ya ishirayata ra trea siero tokurra triati kiera takra. Nyo yo yo yo. Nyo yo 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 ra. Ntakaria siero toko ratria kiera takrasiera taka. Okay. I'm going to take one or two more questions, guys, then I'm going to go off. I've got a beautiful weekend ahead where I'm going to rest. And then next week, I've got one of those weeks where I've got like 16-hour days every day, 14-hour days, and 16-hour days every day. So yeah, thank you, Sean, for that beautiful super chat. Why are my muscles so achy and stiff almost every morning? Okay. It sounds like you're doing a lot in the astral. That's what it sounds like. Oh, okay. You're lacking sodium. Sodium and potassium. Maybe that'll help. Yeah. So it could be that as well. Can animal souls reincarnate in other places like human souls? Yeah. So there is something that is called soul density and evolution of the soul. So I'm going to explain it briefly. So it's kind of like how you have dimensional densities, you've got soul densities as well. Okay. So when the soul first starts off, it'll be something like an elemental, well, an element for eons and eons and eons. And then it gains that experience. And then it kind of like enters something which is called first dimensional density of soul, which would be, so I'm going to just explain it on earth terms because it's easier. What it would be like a rock would be soul density of first dimensional density, which has nothing to do with the densities that we live in for dimension. This is just soul dimensional densities. Okay. And then you would have, after that, it would kind of like evolve and it would become like the dimensional density of maybe grass. That would be probably your lower tiers of second dimensional density of the soul. And then as that evolves, it would become, I don't know, maybe like a tree or like a bamboo stick or I don't know, like moss or whatever it is, which is a little bit more complex and evolved. And then you'd have your animals. So then you'd have maybe like an ant, or something like that. And then it's good. And then it evolves. Then you'd have your more complex animals. This would be your higher tiers of second dimensional density when you'd have your dogs and cats and things like that. And then in your 3D, you'd have your humanoid and humans. However, what happens with animals and with humans as well is that maybe the soul is evolved to like a sixth, seventh, or eighth dimensional density, and then it chooses to come back and experience life as an animal. So you'll have an animal, which in, a cat, which previously was a unicorn or a dragon or a phoenix, and lived in these high vibrational frequency realms and did all this work. So I know this is a little bit quick in a nutshell, but this is kind of like how I understand it and how I see it work. So I hope that helps. Okay, thank you, Em, for the beautiful super chat. Any info books on how our spirit animals and what seeing each one signifies, or does it vary on the person and journey? Have a glorious weekend. Thank you, dear, and you too. Yeah, it tends to be quite personal. I mean, you'll have your standard, like butterfly would be metamorphosis. Your turtle and tortoise or sloths would be kind of like patience. Snakes and kundalini generally have to do with money. But it really depends. I think I don't know a book, but you can do a bit of research on the internet as well. That will definitely help. So for me, I work a lot with feline beings, foxes, lions, leopards, panthers, and things like that. I also work with butterflies, I work with snakes. I work with birds sometimes here and there as well. I've worked with owls before and eagles. So they're quite powerful. I work with mantis. I do work with insects here and there. I had about 2 years where I worked with spiders. I haven't worked with the spiders in a while, but it is what it is. I obviously work with cats and dogs. So, so I hope that helps. Ladybugs, yes. I was literally like that when I was saying insects, I saw the image of a ladybug, but I couldn't my brain couldn't formulate the word. So yes, I do actually work with ladybugs as well. Does every small animal have a separate soul? Yeah, each one has their own kind of like individual fragmented part of source consciousness. Yeah. They are called walkers. Ish, walkers are a little bit different, hey? I wouldn't think that walkers are necessarily a high vibrational frequency soul that have accessed animals. Walkers would be your human souls that can access animals. So that's a little bit different. So you'd have your Navajo tribe, and your, Indian Americans and whatnot that would be able to do that. Okay, so walkers, it's more like a ritual thing that humans do. So it's a little bit different, in my opinion. You're welcome, guys. Yeah, see if someone's got there's definitely, thank you, Susan, for the beautiful super chat. Greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. There are definitely oracle cards with spirit animals. Good idea. Someone wrote that, so for sure. Um, yeah, for sure. That definitely helps. How do we know our starseed origins? That's quite an interesting question. Ask, sit and ask. They'll tell you. You'll know. You'll feel it and you'll know. And a lot of us have mixed, well, every one of us, you all got mixed. So you can figure out where you see it, but you also had lifetimes here and there and some other place. So does it matter? This is what you need to ask yourself. Does it matter? Is it important? Is it going to make a difference to your everyday life? Or can you still navigate your life with compassion, grace, and love without knowing what, constellation you see it from? And once you release the attachment to wanting to know, then you'll probably figure it out. That's what I learned anyway. Um, okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go off, guys. We're about an hour in. I'm gonna come on again next. Okay. Oh, wait. Yes, no. Priestess Portal Empowerment tickets still available, $111. 3 days of healing, 7 energy workers, 10 healing sessions. Like, guys, you're getting like 12 hours of work done, basically for $111. And if you can't make it throughout the whole thing, you can access the recording. So get tickets. The link is in my bio. I'll place it here it's here, I think, as well in the description of the video. So please connect through to that. It's a beautiful container that we've created. It's not just for women, men are welcome as well. It's really on healing the divine feminine, the feminine wound, which is a very, very, very big theme right now. So that's that. My collective healing event is up for the 12th of September. $12, 45 minutes of channeled light language really, really helps in supporting me and is a very good healing for you guys. Then I've got my masterclass tickets that are up for the 20th of October. I only take 12 people. It's already half sold out. So if you want to learn how to channel, just channeling normal stuff and also how to channel light language, then you can connect and take the masterclass. Tickets for my New York in person are also up. Those are $222. You can find them on my website. It will be on the 24th of February 2024. So 24/02/2024. Very, 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 very powerful numbers. And it'll be held in Midtown Manhattan. Tickets for the Conscious Life Expo for my LA talk are only going to be on, I think, at the beginning of November. So I'll keep on repeating that until they are on, and then I'll send you guys the link. And guess what? I'm probably going to be doing, you're going to hear it here exclusively. I'll be launching it next week, I think. I'll be doing an 11/11 workshop on Zoom. So yeah. So that's it, guys. How many tickets? I've still got space for New York. I've still got some space for New York. So you can still buy tickets there. There's still some space there. How do you get the monthly light language? It's on my website. You pay for the ticket and then you receive an email a day or two before. I send all the emails. I do all the work. I send all the newsletters, guys. It's me. I don't have someone who does that for me. So it's really only me doing it. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you for everyone who's been here. I love you. I see you. I appreciate you from my heart to yours. Thank you, guys. And oh yeah, all my sessions still available. I'm taking in bookings now for, it's about 2 month waiting time now. So it's about eight weeks. I'm taking in bookings for the end of October because it's just the way it is. I'm taking some time off in September. So yeah. But just go on my website and link there. Donations are also really, really, really greatly appreciated because they allow me to keep on doing all this for free, and they allow me to keep on giving all this information to you guys for free as well. So they really help in supporting me. So okay. Thank you, guys. Love you. I'm gonna see you next Friday, 8 p.m. GMT plus 2 timing, 6 p.m. GMT timing, 7 p.m. UK timing. So it'll be an hour later than today, next Friday, because I'm doing the Priestess Portal Empowerment opening, and then I'm coming on here to do the live. Okay. Okay. Love you. Okay. Bye. Bye. Love you. Love you. Love you.